Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode we got to the Lanaryu Mine, which had these weird things in it. You gotta kill it, otherwise you won't have any peace. There's also another way to take care of this. Because we now have the beetle, which is relatively sharp and can cut stuff, you can just cut them down. If they end up being a bit too much. I don't see many humans around here. Are you interested in the timeship stones, perhaps? I just realized he said fleep instead of perhaps, but I think perhaps really fits the thing better, but I don't know. Alright, another one. A goddess plume. Rumors say that this item was dropped by the goddess in a long-forgotten era. It's a legendary treasure few will ever behold. A plume is like a feather. So is that to insinuate the goddess is some kind of bird? Also, whenever, as you've noticed, anytime the sand gets turned by this stuff, it turns into dirt or grass. Oops. And this is how we managed to get in. To continue our adventure. Just noting that this area is an amazing one to have bird statues in. No pun intended, because there's a bird statue right there. Or, not pun intended, but prediction intended. Maybe? I don't know. We have arrived in Lanaryu Desert. The terrain in this area changed dramatically as climate changes rapidly. What? I couldn't read that word. In the desert. Whatever. I've confirmed numerous areas of stink sand. Should you step in stink sand, you may be swallowed by the desert. Bodily danger has increased by 30%. As a safety measure, I recommend you check the terrain on your map with plus. My readings indicate that Zelda has passed through here, as previously stated. This area is highly dangerous. I suggest reuniting with her quickly to determine the motivations behind her actions at Elden Province. Shouldn't you know? I mean, you're the all-knowing sword of logic and reason. And again, as much as I make fun of Fee, I think she's the second best supporting character for Link, specifically. But also the other ones are kind of bad, but that being said. This area! You need tumbleweeds in order to upgrade your big net. This can be a little bit annoying because tumbleweeds can land into stuff and die. And then you don't have a tumbleweed anymore, you just have a pile of grass. And it doesn't count. Meet the most annoying creature on this planet. That thing. This is when the game starts to get a little bit like Lara Croft and less like typical Zeldas. You kill them, their shells dropped, or they die. You can actually use this method to speedrun a little bit if you ran them into a wall that you need to get over. And you want to get over there fast and not over time, you can do that. Because they will chase you endlessly. Alright. Got a lot of bomb spots we can't reach. There's also a lot of goddess cubes in this area. Just can't reach quite there. Oh, I could get up there. Alright. As much as it doesn't seem like that's worth getting in a treasure chest, it really is. Tumbleweeds sometimes roll across the sand in the Lanayru Desert and other places. Tumbleweeds are used as a material to upgrade a variety of items. You can collect them with a bug net. That information was very useful because they entirely, way too much, put like almost all of the upgrades in the game dependent on a tumbleweed that are important anyway. Got a time shift stone in there. Alright. You could technically, I guess, hit it with a seed. It's not a very powerful one, so only this area is shown. Help! And now we have these guys that have laser swords. Or just lightning sabers. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, that would have sucked out all the electricity out of me. Oh. Look at that. You have a beetle. Appears to be an older model of Lanayru fabrication. Thanks for saving me. I'll upgrade that for you. Give it here for a second. Something I didn't want to spoil. The hook beetle. Its big printers allow you to pick up and carry things with it. You can also press Z while carrying an object to look down and drop your cargo. Bombs away! I've added a pincer modification so you can grab things. Be careful out there! Thank you, buddy. So yes, I did not want to spoil this function, but... yeah. Now we have the ability to grab bombs and throw them with the beetle. And other things. If you have to carry anything in the game with the beetle that the beetle can grab, now the beetle can do that. Specifically, though, it's bombs. Just gonna fill up, though, on our own bombs because, it's good to do that. So we've got quite a few options for our beetle to shoot from. Alright. And now the beetle can be upgraded by going to the shop. The scrap shop. I didn't think the beetle could be upgraded, but yeah, it can be turned into pretty nice, useful helper tool. I believe the time that beetle can now be active is now doubled. So long as you don't hit anything, of course. Grab that bomb. Thankfully, the preparation for throwing the bomb is very nice to have. They were definitely very courteous with this gameplay mechanic. Like, there are some gameplay mechanics that I really like that came out of this area, but there's also a lot that I wish they would have, But mainly, you know, like I said, it's my main gripe with it. There's a lot of people I've heard that really love Lanayru Desert. I just don't like it. I think, like I said, it had a lot of gameplay mechanics, a lot of gameplay potential in there. There's just a lot that I don't quite like. And by the way, some of the sand will instantly suck you in, so just warn you that. It's a lot harder to get out of than this sand here. Alright. I'm gonna have to start with these ones. So do be careful because the auto jump feature in this game will screw you over. Like that. Where it says that Link has to walk off the edge if he's, like, anywhere near it. Got lucky there. Alright. This one was more or less to form a path that we needed to go to. Ick. I will say, though, that over Elden Volcano, if you don't know what you're doing in this area, unlike Elden Volcano, you can die pretty fast. In Elden Volcano, the environments are still dangerous, even if you're not aware. Or even if you are aware of, like, how to do the area. And, you know, you played it a bunch, so you know where to go. This one is just very, very angry. Because unlike Elden Volcano, where environmental damage was here and there, this is like very constant. Because if you walk on the sand just a tinge too much, yeah, you're gonna drown in sand. Tumbleweed, tumbleweed, tumbleweed. No! It's good to be prepared for the, tumbleweeding. Speaking of odd mechanics, I thought it was kind of odd that you have to use bugs for... You have to use bugs for, potions. Just jam that right in there. So this is a bit of a puzzle. You have to blow up these things. So that they drop their shell and that you can cross. However, do be careful, because if you're not careful, these things will sink into the sand along with you. Trapped and grab it at a time. Ow. I'm just gonna ignore you. There's nothing you have that I want. I'm gonna go over here to get that. Because I can, and whoop. See Daisy. That was my bad. Sorry, Link. Hopefully a sand sandwich wasn't too bad. Alright, saved. Do not fall down there yet. You can really screw yourself over if you fall down there. Instead, push this over. Because this will activate a continuous fast travel method to get down here. And while you're in this area for the first time, this is undoubtedly one of the most helpful things you can do. Sorry for my words. Sorry if that may be a little bit annoying sometimes. I tend to fumble over my words a lot, even though English is my first language. Alright. I think we can just actually... No. Nope. Darn. Okay, well, that's not convenient. Okay, wait for my stamina to come back. Conserve, go. There are some instances in this area which I haven't been vocal about it, but I have been doing it to, like, explain a little bit. Sometimes when you're going across great distances, it's a good idea to just tap the run button, because if you don't tap the run button at all, you're gonna die. And if you, you know, stay still, you're gonna die. So a good way to conserve your stamina is to, like, just tap it when you need it. So you stay out of the shifting sands and can actually move forward. Sometimes that idea works very well, and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the distance. And I think I just beefed it. Come on. There we go. Phew. There's a lot of areas to go, but first things first, we need to go to this area to unlock the shortcut. Alright. Most of these areas over here, if you're wondering, these areas are mostly just bug collections over there. So it's not too worth it to go out of your way to get those. Like I said, you don't want the bug net until you can get... Or, you don't want bugs until you get the bug net upgraded. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And for the love of all that's holy, make sure you go over here before you do anything else in this area. Push this down. Because you're gonna have to come back here. And that just makes it easier so you don't have to go through all the rigmarole of killing all those snails again. Through this place we go. This area is mostly just shortcuts and very long routes to get to where you're going. Alright. So I think we're out of time for this episode. So on the next episode, we're continuing on in the Lanayru Desert, which in my opinion is the longest of all 3 areas. See you guys then.